Okay, so I already have my base on because I couldn't really find a foundation and concealer to match my skin. So we're just gonna move on to setting our face, and I'm gonna use the Essence Camouflage 2-in-1 powder. And it looks like this. It feels very nice, it's not too powdery, and I think it's light enough to brighten up underneath my eyes. So I'm just gonna grab a brush and do that. This is the Morphe M334, and I'm just gonna see how it goes. Okay, it sets nicely. It brightens up my eyes. I quite like it. It gives it that really highlighted effect. Now I'm gonna grab a big powder brush and I'm just going to set my entire face. Okay, so overall thoughts, it set my foundation nicely. It doesn't feel very powdery or heavy on the face. It doesn't have too much color to it, but I think that's a good thing because you can kind of bronze up your face and then add a bit more color to it if you like. But to be honest, I quite like this powder. So I got this palette. I custom made it myself. These are all single eyeshadows, and I was thinking of using this color here as a bronzer. I'm not too sure how this is gonna turn out, but we're just gonna try out and see. I don't know if you can see, but it actually works and it looks nice. Okay, so now we have our skin bronzed up, and while I was just blending my eyeshadow, I noticed something just underneath my eyes where I used the powder to set my concealer. It's creased already. This definitely is not because of the concealer, because I've used this concealer many times and it has not done anything like this before where I'm set it with another powder. But we're just gonna have one more go at it. I'm just gonna blend it using my Eco2 sponge. Just gonna kind of dab it to remove all the creases, and we're gonna put just a tiny bit more. We're gonna try and bake just to see if it's gonna hold. So as you can see, I'm loading up the powder and I'm trying to bake with it. I'm gonna set the eyelid as well. And in a few seconds I'm gonna wipe it. A little update on the powder again. I'm sure you can see the white marks where I've tried to bake with it, and it's really stained and highlighted my skin like super brightly, if that makes any sense. And also I noticed it has started to kind of clinch my foundation and grab, and it emphasized the pores. We'll just see how it looks till the end of the video. Moving on to highlight, I couldn't really find an intense enough highlight that I love from this brand. However, when I went to their single eyeshadows section, I found this really pretty pearly eyeshadow called Apricotta in number 8, and I'm just gonna use this as a highlight. I actually like that. Okay, I want to make that a bit more intense, so I'm gonna pick up another shadow I got to use as a highlight, and this is the Rosy Flamingo in number 3. It's not giving me as intense highlight as I like. I mean, this eyeshadow you could use if you're on a budget and you want a really nice and subtle glow, but it just does not work for me. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, I absolutely love this. Just gonna put a bit on my forehead as well. Woo. A little bit on the nose. Oh my god, so good. Overall thoughts? You need this in your life. I have nothing more to say. Moving on to blush, I'm going to use the Essence Satin Touch blush, which is in the shade Satin Coral. This is really pigmented, so I'm just going to be a bit more careful and tap off the excess. Okay, let's see. Okay, it is really pigmented. You really need to be careful because a tiny bit goes a long way. But overall thoughts, I like it so far. And now, moving on to my favorite part, I'm just gonna create a eye look using these single eyeshadows which I put in a palette and custom made myself. And we're just gonna see how it goes. I don't really have a look in mind, so I'm just gonna go with it. I'm thinking of picking up this shade that I used as a bronzer, and I'm going to use it as my transition. Next we are moving on to this pinky eyeshadow right here, and we're just gonna put it, oh my god, I don't know if you see, but there is a lot of kickback on powder and you might want to be careful with that. I'm just gonna put it a tiny bit below the first shade that we used. Moving on, we're just gonna take this dark pink color and put it right in the crease. Using our finger, I'm just gonna pick up this very nice peachy shimmery shade, and I'm just gonna swatch it on the back of my hand. I don't know if the camera picks it up very well, but it's a really nice color. And I'm just gonna take it on my finger and put it right on my lid. I'm just gonna blend the edges between the shimmery shade and the other shades. To deepen out the look, I'm gonna use this dark purple shade on a tiny blender brush, and I'm just gonna put it right in the crease and the outer part of the eye. I quite like that purple shade. It's very pigmented. For now, I don't see any fallout of these eyeshadows, which is a plus. I really hate that shade. The shimmery kind of orangey pinky one. No, it's a no-no for me. Okay, and for the outer V, I'm just gonna take that brownish grayish color, and I'm gonna put it just on the outer part of my eye. And now that we've done our eyeshadow, I'm gonna use their new 2-in-1 eyeliner pen, and it has two sides, and it says the thick one is on the side, and it basically looks like a marker, and on the other side you have a felt tip liner. I think I'm gonna go for the felt tip liner just because I feel more confident in using it, and we're just gonna see how it goes. I don't like the felt tip. I had to just like kind of dispose a bit of product just to make it come out, but as you can see, it's super streaky and it lacks pigmentation, and I feel like it needs to be kind of downwards so you're able to do your makeup with it, but I don't think that's possible. You see, as I'm keeping it kind of down, it gives me the pigmentation that I need, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so let's try the other side. Okay, this side is definitely more black. It definitely gives more color payoff, but I just can't get over this horrific wing that I have going on. It's just terrible. It doesn't give me the sharpness, it just gives me that very nasty bad line. Okay, I'm gonna try and sharpen out my left wing because it looks horrible right now. The wings are way too thick, not sharp enough. I'm just gonna leave it like this for now so I don't mess it up anymore, and we're gonna move on to mascara now. I'm going to use the Volume Stylist Curl and Hold 18-hour mascara, and it looks like this. Let's have a look at the wand. It has a very nice wand. It's kind of curl. It reminds me of my favorite lash Sensational, but because I haven't tried it before, we're gonna see if it goes anywhere near that. Okay, please be working. I don't know if you can see. It gives me a nice amount of volume, but the lengthening game, it's not as good. Okay, so a little update. I'm just gonna zoom you in. So this happened. I just turned the wand the other side and this happened. I'm just gonna try and take the mascara off and I'll be right back. Okay, so I had to take off completely the mascara on my left eye because it was looking horrible, and then I tried to put it on again, but what I did is when you get the brush, I saw that it was completely coated with a lot of mascara. So what I did is I just kind of scraped the excess product off the brush and then applied my mascara. Otherwise it's gonna look horrible. Now I'm just gonna try and scrape that all off. I don't know if you're able to see how much product comes off that brush. So I was thinking I was gonna find a dupe for my favorite Maybelline Lash Sensational, but this just ended up being a complete disappointment. I'm sorry to say that, but it is. Okay, next I'm just gonna use this light shimmery shade here in the palette, and I'm going to highlight my inner corners and a little bit on the brow bone as well. Now to finish off the look, I'm gonna take their white Kajal eyeliner and I'm just gonna put it just in my waterline. Okay, it's not very pigmented. We're just gonna see if my waterline actually holds it. Okay, moving on to lips. I'm taking the long-lasting lip liner in the shade Plum Cake, and I'm just gonna line my lips. I really love this color. It's the perfect pinky mauve nude color. I really love it. Next, I'm gonna use their matte long-lasting lip gloss, and as you can see, it's this really nice nude color, which would look very good on this eye look. Okay, first of all, matte lip gloss. Now, what is that? When you think of a matte liquid lipstick, you think that you're gonna have this nice matte long-lasting color. When you think of a lip gloss, you think of a shiny surface, like that juicy look it gives to the lips, but I have never heard of a matte lip gloss. So we're just gonna have a look and see. It has a really nice smell. It smells of kind of a caramel coffee scent. It smells really good. And we're just gonna try it out now. Love the color, love the smell. The Statement Matte lip gloss a bit confuses me, but we're just gonna wait and see if it's gonna dry down or stay like this, and I'm gonna update you on that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go change and wait for a few minutes to see how the makeup sets, and I will be right back. Okay, so it's been like 15 minutes and I believe and feel like the makeup has already set and it's not gonna move anymore for now. So I'm just gonna give you my overall thoughts on all of the products. The Essence Camouflage Powder, I do not like it. I'm sorry to be saying that, but I just do not like it. I feel like it grabs onto the foundation and it just emphasizes all the dry patches on my skin. Also, if you put a tiny bit more on a certain area like I did under my eyes and you saw, it just grabs onto that and makes it look very white and crazy. So I'm gonna have to give this a pass. For the blush, I thought it was very pretty. It's really natural looking and I can see it still on my face. So I'm gonna give this a thumbs up. Next is the eyeshadow slash highlight that I used. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Highly recommend this. I believe this eyeshadow was $150 just as the single eyeshadows I had put in the palette as well. Absolutely stunning. Highly recommend that. As you can see, it's still glowing. It is very pigmented and I can't wait to use it on my eyes as well. Okay, moving on to the eyeshadows. They are absolutely amazing, really affordable, great quality for the price. So that's a thumbs up. Next we have the eyeliner pen. Now don't get me wrong, the two sides are a plus and I think it's a really good idea. However, the felt tip liner, it does not distribute any product whatsoever. You really have to kind of hold it down to be able to kind of get a straight pigmented line, and you're kind of not able to do this since I cannot stay like this and do my makeup all the time. And on the other side we had the marker type of thing. This is a really good idea, however I think it's a bit thick. You can't really get that precise, nice wing with it, so I'm just gonna have to give it a pass. Next we had the mascara, and it's the Volume Stylist 18-hour curl and hold. Okay, I don't know about hold, but I definitely do not see any curl. I had really high hopes for this mascara, but unfortunately, while I was putting my mascara, it just coated my eyelash so much, it looked like I put 20 layers on. So I'm just gonna have to give this a pass. Next we have the lip liner, and it's in the shade Plum Cake. I am not gonna lie, I think it's absolutely worth the money. It is very, very pigmented, very nice color. I'm just really, really impressed with it. And with that price, you just can't go wrong. And last but not least, we've got the Matte Lasting Lip Gloss. Now from what I can see, it looks like a creamy lipstick. Love the formula, love the finish. I just think the name was kind of a bust, but otherwise highly recommend that. Really affordable and nice product as well. Okay guys, so that completes this video. I really hope you enjoyed. That was kind of my first time testing makeup for the first time on camera, so please let me know in the comment section down below if you like these types of videos and if you'd like me to continue testing products from different brands. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!